Okay, hello dear students. So today, first I hope you are all fine, you are all happy. And today I am here to talk about the unit 13 and 14 units. So in these units, we are going to study how do inventions change our lives. I think we are using lots of different things, lots of different machines every day. Even our families, at our homes or at our works. It can be, lots of different things. So in this picture, before I go into the unit 13, I want to talk about this picture. So what do you see in this picture? You can tell me, I can see a white car. I can see lots of yellow colors, maybe they are a kind of machines. Yes, they are machines, and this car is actually being built. So it's not a completed car. These yellow machines are actually making this car, right? So I have a video. I will start the unit 13, but before I start, I want you to watch this video and write down at least 3 words or 3 sentences about the video and be prepared for the unit 13, okay? So let's check out the video. Inventions make our lives easier. Inventions are useful. We are using them every day to make our lives easier and better. Some inventions save lives. For example, we can give example as eyeglasses. Yes, it's a very short and meaningful video. So some people, as I said before, are using eyeglasses to see better. If they don't wear these glasses, they cannot see very well. So we can say these eyeglasses is a good invention for people to actually see better. So now let's just go into the unit 13. So I will start with the target vocabulary first. We will just learn some new words about the unit, and then you are going to listen and repeat the words after I say you, okay? So we have almost 10 words here, 10 target vocab actually. So we have lever, ramp, wedge, screw, wheel and exile. So we have light bulb, the doorknob, slide, ox and seesaw. These things are actually, we can say materials that we are using every day. So some of them we can use sometimes, some of them are actually we are using every day, and some of them are actually you can say, no teacher, I actually never use this. I never use this. My family actually are using this. You can say it's not a problem. But these things are actually things that we should use, we need to use every day. So now I want you to listen these words and repeat.
Page 128, Unit 13. Get ready. Words. A. Listen and read the words. Listen again and say the words.
Level, ramp, wedge, screw, wheel and axle, light bulb, doorknob, slide, axe, seesaw.
I hope you are repeating the words one by one, and don't forget that while you are watching this video, please pause the video for a while and repeat these words just actually twice or 3 times, it doesn't matter, okay? And try to know each word and its meanings actually as well. So now We are actually part B. We are going to write these words above, and talk about your choices with your partner. You can talk about with a member of your family, it doesn't matter. You can talk about by yourself, okay? And now we have 3 parts here. The first one is actually says, I use these every day. You are going to write these things, these materials you can use every day, okay? And in the second part, we have, I sometimes use this. Mr. Good, I just actually don't use every day, but I just sometimes use it, you know? And in the third part, we have, I never use it. I never touch it, I never use it. I ask my family to use it, okay? So my mom or my dad can help me, doesn't matter. The answers can be changed, okay? Lots of people say different answers for this part. So let's do it together, and don't forget that, as I said, your answers can be changed, doesn't matter, okay? So let's look. The first one, I use these every day. So let's look. We have light bulb, right? Every day we are using light bulb because every day, at night, we are using the lights to make our home lighter. We need electricity and we are using light bulb. So we can write actually light bulb in the first part. And let's just check out the doorknob. You are using doorknobs every day to open the doors and close the doors as well. We can just write this, doesn't matter. And let's just check out slide. Sometimes you go to playground, right? You just play with your friends and you actually play with slide. So you can just actually, not every day, but sometimes, at the weekends maybe. So you can write slide, okay? So we have ox here. So I don't think that you are using ox every day or sometimes. So generally, your family members are using these things. So we can just actually write ox. I never use these. We have seesaw. As I said, like slide, you are just going to playgrounds every time or sometimes with your friends. So you are actually playing with seesaw. So we can write actually sometimes part, right? So we have seesaw, okay? So we have ramp, for example. Sometimes actually you are walking on the ramp or you are going down the ramp. So you can just actually write sometimes. I sometimes actually use ramp. So lever, it can be changed, but you can just actually write on the sometimes part because you are making some projects sometimes at school and you are actually presenting your projects to your teachers and to other teachers at school, and sometimes you are using these things. And we have screw. Again, you can actually you can maybe use every day because if you like doing projects, you can use a screw every day if you need it. So you can write actually screw. And we have wheel and axle. So I hope you are riding a bicycle. So these things are actually helps you to ride a bicycle because without them you cannot drive a bicycle. So you can just actually write here wheel and axle. And the other things, for example, wedge, you can just write here. Lever, you can just write here. Okay, and for, and that's all. So these things. And don't forget that you can write the same word for each chart maybe, I don't know. For example, sometimes you can use lever, but some students, you can say, I never use this. As I said, the answers can be changed, no problem, okay? And now, so let's just move on with the part C, okay? In this part, I want you to read and circle the true answer. There is one only correct answer. So the first one, you turn this around and around. Yes, what is this? Is it ramp or screw? Yes, of course, it's a screw because you are actually turn this around and around to make something. And number two, you push down on this. You push down. So is it actually a lever or wheel and axle? So what is this? Yes? Of course, it's actually wheel and axle, right? So a bicycle has two of these. So you need actually, as I said above, you have to use wheel and axle to ride a bike, because without them you cannot actually ride your bicycle. You need them. Okay? So I made a mistake here. I need to tell this. For the question number 2, I mean, you push down on this. It's not wheel and axle because it's actually something different. Okay? So these answers are actually, I'm sorry, the answer is actually lever here. Okay? So you can just clean this part. Okay? Clean it. And the answer will be lever. Okay? And 4, it is easy to walk up this. Walk up this. So it's actually, what is this? You can say me, yes? Yes, of course, it is ramp. And the last one is, you push something apart with this. You push something, okay? You actually, it's kind of a small thing that you will use to push something apart with this. So it's actually, what is this? Of course, it's wedge. Very good. So this is actually end for the student books part. So we will just go on with the workbook. So I want you to open your workbook now and page 116, okay? So in this part, match the words with the correct pictures, okay? So number 1, we have screw. So you know what is screw, right? So now tell me, which letter is this? Screw, yes? Of course, it's B. It's B, So number 2, we have slide. As I said before, you are going to playgrounds with your friends and you are playing with it. So what can it be, of course? Tell me. Yes, of course, it's D. It's D. So we have ramp. Okay. Sometimes we are going down or going up by using this. So what is this? Yes, it's of course actually F. Number 4. We have light bulb. As I said before, we need electricity to make our homes lighter, and we are using light bulbs every day, okay, every day. So, yes, which letter is this? Tell me. Of course, it's H. So we have seesaw. So we actually, as I said again, we actually, when we go to playground, we can play with this. Sometimes we are just actually helping our cousins to play with them. So it's actually, yes, of course, J. So we have doorknob. So every day we are just opening the doors and close them again. So we are just actually touching one place of this actually, let's say door. So it's actually what? Doorknob. Yes, of course. And which letter is this? Yes, of course, it's A. And number 7, ox. So it's actually or family members, not you, because you are too small to use these things. Sometimes we can cut the woods, and sometimes we actually cut something, right? So what is this? Let's just check this out. Yes, of course, it's actually C. So we have lever, okay? So yes, tell me which one is this actually? Yes. So lever, it is actually, where is it? Lever. Yes, E. It's actually here. It's the example. And number 8, we have wedge. We just use these things actually to push something, you know. And wedge, where is it? Yes, G. And number 10, it's wheel and axle. Okay, the last thing. And it's actually, as I said before, you are using these things for bicycles, for bikes. So it's actually I. So check your answers, okay, and repeat them, and you can actually use these words with a sentence. You can write lots of actually sentences, and you can check with your family members if you need actually any kind of, you know, how can I say? Just write some sentences and check them with your family members, okay? You can actually search online. You can just go Google and write it, and you can check your mistakes. It doesn't matter, okay? So now let's just move on with the next page. All right, so we have actually 4 pictures and 4 sentences here. The first one is actually, you are going to look at the pictures and tell me what is this. So circle the correct answer. A blah blah is a type of screw. So look at the pictures and tell me what is this. We have doorknob, we have light bulb, and we have lever. So what's the answer here? Of course, it's B. It's B. So we can say a light bulb is a type of screw. We are turning this to actually make it clear. So number 2, A or N, blah blah, in a playground is an example of lever. So we have seesaw, wedge, and axe. So just look at the pictures and tell me what is this. Of course, it's a seesaw, right? So we can just say a seesaw in a playground is an example of a lever, of course. And now we are actually moving on with number 3. So she used a blah blah to push this cart into the building. So we have actually again three options. We have slide, we have screw, and we have ramp. So of course, what is this? You can tell me. Of course, it is ramp. It is ramp. And the last one, he uses A or N, blah blah, to chop wood. So what's the answer? Is it axe, seesaw, or doorknob? Just look at the pictures. And of course, it is axe. But he uses an axe, not A, because it starts with a vowel sound. So you have to use N, okay? An axe to chop wood. So this is actually the end of the vocabulary part. So see you in the next video.